The Intermeccanica Italia Spyder Roadster is made for the boulevards of the world. Many observers mistake the Italia Spyder for an old Corvette or even a classic Ferrari. And somehow, they're not so wrong, because the Roadster combines Italian body art with an American heavy metal. The sound fascinates, and even if it seems a bit vulgar for Italian design. The Intermeccanica Italia Spyder combines the best of two worlds in a classic car. It has Italian styling, the body is designed by Franco Scaglione, and it has the power of the 8 hearts from the USA, in this case from Ford. Turin. Frank Reisner, a Canadian originally from Hungary, located his Intermeccanica company in Italy at the end of the 50s. And for his car, he almost always took the technology of American mass manufacturers such as General Motors and Ford, because this saves on development costs. Automobile cultural exchange. Frank Reisner, head of Intermeccanica, was a versatile automotive expert. He had so many crazy ideas, and some of them he also implemented. He was the first to recreate the legendary Porsche 356 Speedster as a replica. Frank Reisner, who died in 2001, specialized in automotive mini-series. And from '66, he produced the Italy as a coupe and roadster with a small team in Turin. And until 1970, he built about 500 models. Visually, the Spyder appeals like a mixture of Corvette and Ferrari. And Franco Scaglione, who has also dressed numerous Ferraris, created a stunning shape with the typical proportions for a 70s roadster. Long snout, flat windscreen, and a crisp rear. And the sound from the Anza twin exhaust pipe system lets the car freak shiver pleasantly. A 5.7-liter Ford V8 delivers 310 horsepower and only weighs around 1,200 kilograms. And with that, the Spyder Lightweight has an easy game. A German car magazine tested the Italia in 1970 and found that the 4th gear was usable in almost every speed range, and that from 22 kilometers an hour to 222 kilometers an hour. The newspaper tried it back then. But the large volume Ford V8 engine is not a fan of high speeds, like the aggregate of the tame racer, the Alfa Montreal, built at the same time. And inside, you realize quickest that it has an automotive, small series typical permeability in terms of processing. No one should expect perfection here. At that time a rarity, now one can only find an Italia Spyder with a lot of patience. The scene has not yet discovered the macho roadster for themselves. The prices are astonishingly reasonable. Another advantage of the Italia, the US technology very rarely has faults, and when it does, spare parts are cheap and always available. But is the Italia Spyder now a genuine sports car like a Ferrari, or more of a boulevard cruiser like the Ford Mustang? And how does it drive now, the Italia Spyder? All in all, be very confident for a small production car. Only the chassis is slightly soft in twists, but the engine is a blast. One constantly wants to step on the gas and hear the feel of the engine, but that levels off when you glide sovereignly. Two Italo V8 sports cars with American technology and yet very different. The Italia is like a boulevard cruiser. The Bizzarini is hot on the racetrack.